Let's start with the big boy. Welcome back to Freeman's Garage. We're working on the 56 Tri Five Chevy. We gotta get all the front suspension parts cleaned up, blasted and painted, which means fighting with old rotten bushings. I don't think the bushings from 1956 are gonna give us too much trouble, but I guess we'll find out. Nothing's changed since the last time we worked on the car. Everything's still a heaping pile of parts. So the goal is to finish getting everything disassembled, all the old bushings out and whatnot, and the old ball joints, and then that way we can throw everything in the blast cabinet, get it all cleaned up and painted. We can't forget about our coil springs. We'll be doing those as well. Well, we might as well begin attempting to get these bushings out over here in this confined space in a corner on the floor, because the rest of Freeman's garage is a complete nightmare right now. So this is our old friend that we've used here in Freeman's garage more than once. Well, that was a lackluster celebration. This is our weapon of choice. I think first we'll remove these bolts so that we can gain access to the bushings. Oh, well, why didn't you tell me that was turning? You didn't say anything. I have a feeling we're gonna need a lot of liquid wrench. Don't be bashful, as they say. It's a good sign when the very first bolt takes you 5 to 10 minutes to remove. Always a good sign. Always. These might actually come right out. I'm hoping they do, because that's going to save a lot of time. Nothing to it so far. She's sliding out like grease lightning. And the bushing's starting to pop out on the other end. There we go. Now we can see a little bit better. Guess that battery's gonna have to go on the charger. I had to stop because I just couldn't see anything in here. It's so dark, and I've had brand new garage lights just burning a hole in the box, so I hung those up. There's still more lights to go up and some cable management needs to be done, but we're going to be able to see better and improve the quality of videos for you. The light install was captured on film. That's over on the Freeman's Garage Extra channel, so when you get a chance, mosey on down over there if you want. Let's flip these things on and get back to the 56. I think this table will be more enjoyable to work on compared to the greasy floor in the corner. I thought these came out on the Tri Five Chevys. It's like a ship in a glass bottle. I don't know how they did it. I guess it's just gonna stay in there. That's fine, we'll still be able to blast it in the cabinet. The ball joints aren't coming out either. Brand new lower ball joints are available, but brand new upper ball joints are not right now. They're on back order. They're saying it could be up to 2 months before they're available, so we're just gonna leave them in place. With no ball joints, if we need to move the car around in the garage anytime over the next 2 months, it's gonna be a huge pain because we won't be able to put wheels and tires on it. We could still get the car moved around if we need to. It would just be a big pain. So I think it would be wise just leave the ball joints in place. I think that's a pretty smart way of looking at it. Does that make sense? It makes sense, doesn't it? The lower ball joints, they're not riveted in like the upper ones, so we can easily just unbolt these and get full access for cleaning and then just bolt them right back together. I'm going to let that soak for a few minutes, and I'm going to drag out everything for the passenger side and get that stuff soaking too. I'm being very careful to make sure that we're not crushing this in right here, but we are moving, so that's good. Let's see if we can move her a little bit more. I think we broke it. That's supposed to be one piece with that, and it's not. Let's get it out and confirm whether it's broken or not. I think it is. Come on. I've been doing this for probably 10 minutes. Just this one motion. And is this table squeaky enough for you? Thank you, Liquid Wrench. Only hours more to go. If you're not using brake tools on suspension parts, what are you doing? Oh, we didn't break anything. A guy saw this, and then he saw this, and thought, oh no, what did we do? It turns out we are as good as Joe Namath. Now let's take this brake spring tool that's older than I am. It was passed down to me. This is going to be very satisfying watching this bushing come out. Look at that. Is that not one of those Asmere things? I'm not a complete purist, but I am a stickler for the way things came from the factory, for the most part, in most cases. So I'm taking note that the part number on the bump stop on the driver's side lower control arm goes towards the front of the car, because I want it to go back on just the way it was. I implore you to leave a comment in the suggestion box about what you think about that. Lock washer broke in half. I changed my mind. We're taking the ball joints out. I wish you would have seen this lower one pop out of here because it was a show. I didn't press record. If we need to move the car around before the ball joints come in on back order, we'll figure it out. I just don't want to have to come back to it. I'd rather just get it done now. Now that I'm looking at these upper ball joints though, I'm kind of thinking I don't want to replace them. They're the originals from 1956 and they seem to be in just fine condition. I did check these when everything was assembled with the Weeble Wobble test and I didn't notice any play. Let's take a closer examination. Oh, that's a little stiff. Just because it needs some more grease. Well, look at that. That's nice and tight. Okay, I'm not gonna cut these off. I don't know. The guy doesn't have to make his mind up right now. I love those factory rivets. We need to change the scenery. Let's get the grease off this stuff, get it in the cabinet, and start blasting. Let's start with the big boy. Everybody's working for the... It's the next day. I didn't finish everything. Surprise, surprise. It's looking really good. It's just taken forever. This is how much I got done on that first piece. Yesterday I was getting a lot of water coming through the compressed air, and something's going on with the gun, and there's a feeding problem with sucking the media up from the hopper down there. It keeps pulsating. So it took about an hour just to do this. If things were working properly, not only would it be a lot faster, we wouldn't have all these striations. We could get the entire piece nice and smooth and all one color, which is better for when we go to paint everything. So to finish this and do all of this, that's probably another 8-hour day right there. There's the passenger side left to do as well. So on the Freeman's Garage Extra channel, I'll be modifying that blast cabinet. The cabinet's got to get upgraded anyways so that we can stick things like wheels in there and clean them up for painting. Not to mention things like brake drums, or even restoring things like this factory air cleaner for the 62 Rambler. So to be continued, and I don't know how you can even stand 15 minutes of me anyways. So for right now, I'll send you to this video where we ripped all the suspension off the front of this car. It's the next day. I didn't